What's going on, everyone? I am Lenci. Thank you for coming back for another video. Today we are going to talk about, oh my god, my hands. I think I'm one of those black people who clap their hands when they try to explain things. I love that. Today we are going to talk about supporting local artists, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into it because I really don't like long intros, okay? So first of all, Ticketmaster, okay? Ticketmaster loves to charge all of these extra fees that I feel like don't mean anything in the long run, outside of like the insurance fee, just in case you have to like cancel last minute, like you get your money back or you can save it or whatever. I just feel like a lot of it is just a scam and they just want to make more money off of the consumer, off of the person who's going to the concert. I was looking this up online and I found out that Ticketmaster's service fees can cost up to 20 to 30% of the face value of the price of the regular ticket. When you support local artists, when you support the artist that is at the coffee shop, at the local theater, at the local community festival, you aren't charged those fees, right? You get to pay money that primarily goes to the organizers and the performers of that festival. If you have, like I have shows at like coffee shops and like smaller community venues, when you do that, that money goes to the artists and to the musicians and to the establishment that help make that event possible. You are contributing to your local economy, right? And so that's a beautiful thing, as opposed to giving, 20 to 30% more of the price of an original ticket to a $1 billion corporation who doesn't even know who you are. I think that's one great thing. Another reason to support local artists is that, as an independent artist myself, I can say that mixing and mastering and studio costs and paying for session musicians, right? All of these things cost, on top of the regular cost of living, which I don't know where some of y'all are, but I live in the United States, and yeah, cost of living is getting literally out of control. And so you giving $5, $10 here to your favorite local artist really goes a long way. Okay, sorry, I had to like cut my camera off and like restart a little bit, so hopefully everything still looks fine. And I also scooted up a little bit closer. So anyways, yes, okay, all of these things cost. And with a lack of financial resources and a very small amount of financial support, it is very hard to, constantly create, constantly hustle, constantly push things out. And so by you contributing to going to, your local artist, music artist show, or you buying one of their songs online, like you're contributing to helping their dreams come true. I often say that a lot in a lot of my like posts because it's true. It's extremely true. Community support is how artists get to the next level. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Like these artists on these major record labels who are going on these arena tours and selling out all over the world, like they would be nothing without the people who buy those tickets and buy those t-shirts and stream that music and go to those websites and follow them on social media and follow them on and subscribe to them on YouTube, right? Like behind every great artist is a community that supports them. You know what I'm saying? That's where the money really comes from. And so, one thing I always try to do at every single one of my shows is say, thank you for buying a ticket. Like one time I did a show and the tickets were $5, right? Like I say thank you even for that small amount of money, because they could have spent that $5 on a cookout tray. You know what I'm saying? They could have spent that $5 on, they could have added that to their gas money for the month. They could have added that last $5 to their grocery money for the month, but they didn't. They decided to spend their money, no matter the amount, on me. They decided to be in the space with me, to hear me express my talent and my skills and the stories about my life, whatever it is. They made an active, intentional decision to be in the space, in the place with me. And I do not take that for granted, because they didn't have to be here and they didn't have to spend that money. So I really, 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 really appreciate that. And I just want to say thank you to anybody who has ever supported me in the past, present, and I'm looking forward to even more support in the future, because without y'all, none of this is possible for any of us. So thank you. The next thing that is really important is one of the key ways that you can support local artists, or smaller artists in general, is to give constructive feedback, right? Like, I remember I really struggled with editing YouTube videos or editing videos, period. And somebody was like, hey, why don't you try CapCut? That was perfect. That was great, right? Instead of saying, oh, I didn't, your last video, the editing was horrible. The editing, right? All that rah-rah. Instead of doing all of that, you can recommend resources, right? And give constructive feedback. Hey, like, I don't know a lot about video editing, but my cousin does, or this person I went to college with does. Like, here's their Instagram. Go check out their stuff, right? Giving artists resources instead of just not liking their stuff, while simultaneously knowing that, like, I don't have a $10,000, $20,000 budget for editing and or marketing materials. I don't have that, right? So instead of like going on someone's Instagram and saying, hey, like, this is really ugly, or I don't like this, or this looks tacky, knowing that like they're local and they're small and they're independent and they don't have access to a lot of money and or resources, instead of doing that, why don't you say, hey, like, you know, here's my cousin's Instagram. They are a photographer in you know, Los Angeles County, or, you know, here is my aunt's website for artist photography or for videography for music videos. They live in Tampa, Florida, like, you know, whatever, or I'm in North Carolina, but, you know, just giving you some examples. Try doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you telling me that you don't like something because it's not, first of all, like, it's subjective, but you telling me that you don't like something, or something isn't up to par, or something isn't good, or it's not a good representation of my music, or whatever the case is one thing. But like, there's no way that I can change that without the access to tools and resources to activate that change. So that's another way that you can support local artists, right? Or even lend your skills and talents. You know, if you really care about this artist and you want better for them, lend your skills and talents to that and see if you can work out like a price range, or like if it's within their budget. Also, getting involved with your local arts community is super important. I think that for North Carolina, there's a North Carolina Arts Council, and it's broken down into like cities and counties. I highly recommend that if you care about the arts and you want to support local independent artists, getting involved in your state and or city's local art councils is really great, because a lot of those councils give out funding to artists in the area. So I'll leave a link below I'm gonna see if I can find like a general one for the US, but I'll leave some down in the description box for a couple of states/cities, just so like people can get activated. I believe in community building, I believe in community engagement, and I believe in community activation. I think there's an actual word for that, but that's what I got right now. Take it easy on me. I believe in community activation, because what are we without our community? Nothing. So those are some of the reasons why I think people should support local artists in their area, or even like independent artists out there just in the country or in the world, because it's hard out here in these streets, okay? And y'all know that, okay? Because the economy is wild right now. A great way to save money and know where your money is going and to contribute to the local economy is by supporting local artists, supporting smaller artists, and even doing things for free, right? Like this year, one of my goals is to get monetized on YouTube. So I need 1,000 subscribers, right? And I need watch time and, you know, having comments and likes and stuff and engagement, right? Like these things are free. Following artists on social media is free. These are free platforms. So even doing that is a way to support them as well, right? Following major label artists, I mean, they already have millions of people following them. And if you like them, follow them, okay? Because I'll follow some of them too, okay? But I'm saying when you do something that is local and that is independent, you have a bigger impact by just being one person liking something versus 1 out of 10 million, if that makes sense. Thank y'all so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Shout out to all of the new subscribers. We are going up. I think at the time of this video, we have 416 subscribers. So I'm really excited to 1K. I am super excited for all of y'all here. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, peace out. Wildflower, what you